Hey everyone, Alyssa and I are back again for another 2-Minute Tuesday. This time we are sitting down with our partner solutions architect from AWS, Ryan Vanderwerf.
A number of companies that are running in AWS are in the process of moving a lot of their infrastructure to AWS. And most large enterprises, they take a 2 to 4 year plan to come up with a way to migrate everything into the cloud, right? You can't just do it all at once. You have to pick low-hanging fruit first and then move forward with that. It's also important to realize that a lot of barriers to migrating to the cloud are not technical, but they're cultural and business oriented. So you need to have executive buy-in and a plan of how you're going to have your transition work in the cloud. That is the most important part, because if you don't have executive buy-in and you don't have a top-down approach and a plan, it's much less likely to be successful when you're trying to move everything out. And some things you have to decide whether you're going to re-platform or lift and shift, or maybe retire some systems and not move them. All of those things have to be done, throughout a process that takes time.
Is there often conflicts with that of migrating?
Absolutely. So we have a lot of customers that have their own data centers or they're hybrid, and they say we've invested in this infrastructure and we either want to keep using it or we've already paid for it. So why are we saving money going to AWS? And it's really just flipping the costs of the business from a capital expenditures model to a cost model of just usage. And that makes a huge difference because that requires much less larger outlays of capital.
So how do customers work with AWS to get the skills they need for cloud security?
That's a great question. So you can go to our website for our training division at AWS called aws.training. And there's a lot of free courses on there to go over and prepare for taking things like exams. You can get foundational kinds of certifications to learn AWS. You have business professional, you have cloud practitioner, you can do specialty certifications like security specialist. And also part of our partners have training offerings as well to help you prepare for those exams, including our own T&C organization. And there's a lot of free things you can find at aws.training.
What would be one thing you wish every customer knew about AWS security? Or maybe two.
Well, AWS, security is always job one ahead of everything else. And the one thing I would like people to know the most of is our shared responsibility model. Understand which portions we're going to take care of for you and which portions are your responsibility. And then you can, leverage partners like SecureWorks to come in and help you cover what those are. And you can do things to kind of move where that line is of shared security model. Like you can use some of our services like AWS Lambda and serverless, Fargate types of things where you're not responsible for patching the operating system. So if that's not your forte, you can build services in that way and kind of move the shared responsibility model up away from you a little bit.
Just understand what your responsibility is, and then you'll, have the best partnership that you can have.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ryan. This was fun. We definitely learned a lot.